Welcome everyone, I'm BC Begley, and these are your news headlines for November the 4th of 2022. Let's jump right into it with South Korea scrambling fighter jets after detecting 180 North Korean warplanes, their military said. South Korea scrambled about 80 fighter jets after detecting a large number of North Korean warplanes during a 4-hour period on Friday, the country's military said, in what is a further escalation of the regional tensions. Shots were fired at a candidate's North Carolina home. The FBI has launched an investigation after a gunman shot into the North Carolina home of relatives of a Republican running for Congress, with the bullet landing just feet away from where the candidate's children had been sleeping. Trump ally found not guilty of lying to the FBI and illegal foreign lobbying charges. Tom Barrack, a longtime ally of former President Donald Trump, has been found not guilty of illegal foreign lobbying charges, the Associated Press reports. How a secret meeting put Hakeem Jeffries on track to replace Speaker Pelosi. That's right, according to an article from Political, the race to succeed Speaker Nancy Pelosi as leader of the House Democrats may have been clinched at a secret meeting in the Capitol back on September the 1st. Hedge fund giant Elliott warns loomer hyperinflation could lead to global societal collapse. In a letter sent to investors and reportedly seen by the Financial Times, the Florida-headquartered firm told clients that it believes the global economy is in an extremely challenging situation that could lead to hyperinflation. The letter reportedly said the world is, quote, on path to hyperinflation, which could lead to a global societal collapse and civil or international strife. Iran is seeking Russia's help to bolster its nuclear program, U.S. intel officials believe. Iran is seeking Russia's help to grow its nuclear program, according to United States intelligence officials who believe that Tehran is looking for a backup plan should a lasting nuclear deal with world powers fail to materialize. Xi Jinping warns Putin not to use nuclear weapons in Ukraine. The Chinese premier Xi Jinping has issued a direct warning to Russian President Vladimir Putin not to use nuclear weapons inside Ukraine in China's bluntest rebuke yet to the Kremlin. Xi also urged German Chancellor Olaf Scholz, who was visiting Beijing, to push for peace talks. Kyrie Irving apologizes after Nets suspend him for refusing to disavow anti-Semitism. Following a week-long saga that saw interventions from the Anti-Defamation League and NBA Commissioner Adam Silver, the Brooklyn Nets suspended Kyrie Irving for at least 5 games without pay on Thursday, deeming the All-Star guard currently unfit to be associated with the organization following his repeated refusals to apologize. The Pope is warning that global divisions are leading to a precipice. Pope Francis warned in Bahrain on Friday that opposing blocs and global divisions have put humanity on a delicate precipice in a veiled reference to the Ukrainian war. King Charles said he was related to the real-life Vlad the Impaler. The King Charles has told actor Luke Evans how his bloodline shows he is related to Vlad the Impaler, the inspiration for Dracula. The Hobbit star had just finished the 2014 film Dracula Untold when he first met His Majesty, who was then the Prince of Wales. King Charles is a great-grandson 16 times removed of Vlad III. U.S. Congress split on making daylight saving time permanent. A push in the United States Congress to make daylight savings time permanent, which was unanimously passed by the Senate earlier this year, has stalled in the House, with a key lawmaker telling Reuters that they have been unable to reach a consensus. China's rocket booster falls from space and crash lands in the Pacific Ocean. The charred remnants of a rocket booster plunged uncontrolled back to Earth Friday morning, an event decried in the West as an irresponsibly risky move by the China National Space Administration. Erdogan and Putin agree to send Russian grains to poor African countries for free. Turkish President Erdogan said on Friday that he had agreed with his counterpart, Russian President Vladimir Putin, that Russian grains sent under the Black Sea export deal should go to poor African countries for free. Italy is refusing to allow entry of migrants rescued by NGO vessels. The Italian authorities have again expressed their refusal to allow the entry of migrants rescued by vessels of various NGOs in the Mediterranean Sea and have requested that is precisely the countries whose flags these vessels fly that should take in the migrants in question. Planet killer asteroid hiding in the sun's glare could smash into Earth one day. A planet killer asteroid that has been hiding in the glare of the sun has finally been detected, and the giant space rock could smash into Earth one day, according to researchers. Berlin climate protesters condemned after the death of a cyclist. The death of a cyclist in Berlin has prompted the leaders of Germany's Green Party to accuse climate change protesters of endangering the lives of others. Marjorie Taylor Greene at a rally said Paul Pelosi should have shot his attacker. Far-right Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene at a GOP rally on Thursday said that Paul Pelosi could have protected himself during a recent assault on his home if he had shot his attacker. Biden vows to free Iran as Tehran marks 1979 U.S. embassy takeover amid protest. U.S. President Joe Biden vowed to, quote, free Iran on Thursday before saying demonstrators there appeared on track to, quote, free themselves as anti-government unrest sweeps across the country. New York City fugitive, arrested after being spotted by federal officer visiting Walt Disney World. A New York City fugitive accused of stealing around $150,000 in COVID-19 relief pandemic loans meant to help struggling businesses was arrested after a federal postal inspector spotted him with his family at Walt Disney World. The Department of Justice is mulling potential special counsel if Trump runs again in 2024. As former president, Donald Trump inches closer to launching another presidential run after the midterm election, the Justice Department officials have discussed whether a Trump candidacy would create the need for a special counsel to oversee two sprawling federal investigations related to the former president, sources familiar with the matter have told CNN. And a 100-vehicle crash closes parts of Denver highway following overnight snow. A massive crash involving 100 vehicles closed parts of a Denver highway Friday morning after overnight snow accumulation left roadways slick.